I wanted to ask you guys this because you developed a great platform and also an understanding of how to scale your business, and you're teaching these other individuals how to do that. And I get a lot of questions on like, how do I start an online business? How do I start, with a gym business? What do you think are the major keys to start out with when you're talking about it? Let's go with online first, right? Because that's kind of where the world is going to nowadays with the pandemic, and then just people just wanting to do more online coaching and training. Yeah. What is the major thing that you have to look out for when you're trying to start one of that type of business?
I mean, I think, and Matt might have a different opinion on this, and we don't, and it's great because we also don't always agree on things, so we check each other quite a bit. Yeah. But my biggest thing is you have to know who your audience is and who you're speaking to. Mm-hmm. I think that's where a lot of coaches who are trying to use social media as a business platform kind of miss the forest through the trees, right? As they end up just talking to other coaches online all the time. And whether it's just, again, the topics they're actually talking about, the jargon that they might be using from a training perspective, it's stuff that their actual potential clients, it won't resonate with them at all, right? From just everything from just the ideology of the post itself to looking at the language being used. And I think that's something that from a coaching perspective, if you know who you're talking to and you know what to talk with them about just from a goal selection perspective, like that's got to be the foundation of everything you're doing from that point on.
You're gonna make me look bad because like you say that I disagree with you a lot, but I'm actually going to agree with you with this. So I'm going to attack it from a different angle. Is the communication that you're going to have is probably going to be the most important thing. If we're looking at it's like how I was saying, if you're talking, and all of the words that I'm using words like thorax and contralateral or ipsilateral, or using words like dorsal rostral expansion or things like this, or like all these expansion and compression strategies. Like if I'm talking to an accountant who found me randomly on Instagram, or who's referred to me by their kid who found me on Instagram, they have no idea what I'm talking about, and we're not even speaking the same language, so there's no common vocabulary. There's very minimal common ground there, and it's a very hard thing to even build a communication relationship there. So it's really, really difficult for a lot of coaches who get really sucked up in the social media world, where we're just looking for validation from our peers to have that ability to communicate with the people that they're talking to, the people that they're trying to sell. Because like, unless you're us or like you who's doing coaching mentorships to teach other people how to build your business, other coaches, the people who are like hitting like smash and like on your posts when you say these big words, like they're not paying your bills. Like the people that are paying your bills like are the ones that you have to communicate with, and if you're using all of this technical jargon that they can't understand, you're just setting yourself up for failure, which in my opinion a lot of people will do so they can say, oh, I tried it and it didn't work for me. It's like, well, you tried it, but you tried it like you went about your attempt wrong, right? It's like you just went to go for validation as opposed to going to try and make a difference.